Come on in.
We gotta hurry up, man. Are we ready?
I think we're ready. Yeah, right. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the pod you're looking for. I'm Sam. This is Josh, dude. I mean,
we've got some urgency today.
This is just the time to be alive.
This is the emergency podcast of emergency podcasts. We're recording literally like an hour after the Daredevil episode just dropped, the finale. So we're going right into this.
For anybody looking to pick a time to be alive, this would be the one to pick.
This is the one. For this episode, again, we had to get to an emergency one. We're going to be talking about it more next week.
Yeah.
We're going to be starting talking about the Daredevil season finale. We're going to put timestamps in. We're also going to be talking about the Maul finale.
Yes.
That just came out, too.
Yes.
So those are the two big things. We just had to.
Like
Too much coming out this week.
Immediate reactions.
Yes.
And then Friday we're recording an episode with Cam.
Yes.
And that'll be a little bit more in-depth, a little bit more baked thoughts.
Yeah. Holy cow. Spoiler warning for both Daredevil and Maul.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Can I say, because you actually said this earlier, and I don't want to steal your thunder if you want to cut this up and
No, tell me.
You were saying to me, like, how blessed are we to have just watched, between Invincible, Maul, and Daredevil, 3 amazing shows that had high expectations and all delivered.
Dude, oh my gosh.
What a time.
I can't even believe the scale of that finale. Again, we're doing spoiler, but oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. We got the reveal of Matt being Daredevil now.
Oh my word, dude.
We got Kingpin hallway scene of just boo. Just bashing people's skulls in.
Dude,
literally just common civilians.
New York civilians.
Dude, even the scene from Kingpin in court.
Oh my word.
Whispering to him in the back room. That was so cold. The whole thing.
You know,
my
things
gosh.
What does he say? You know, there's things I know about your life.
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't want to play this game, Murdoch.
I really want to walk down that road, Murdoch.
Dude, this blew me away.
We got Luke Cage. See, this is where I might expose myself as a casual. I didn't watch the Defenders show, nor did I watch Luke Cage. I didn't know Luke Cage and Jessica Jones were a thing. Is that me?
No, I had no idea. I'll be honest. I never watched the Defenders.
So they're a thing. So that Luke Cage is back. We got Luke Cage. We got Bullseye. I think he's gonna be a Thunderbolt.
Dude,
I think our video is gonna age like fine wine.
Fine wine.
Oh, buddy, man, where do you even start with an episode like this?
I think we start in court.
We got Did Buck survive?
Dude, I'm gonna cry.
That's the big question.
I said that to you. I leaned over and I said, if Buck dies, I'm out.
There's about 45 questions rolling through my brain right now. Is Buck alive? Is the biggest one.
Is the biggest question. He's gotta be.
Where do we start, dude? He's gotta be. What were you gonna say?
No, he's gotta be. Well, first off, Daredevil is Matt Murdock, and that's confirmed now to everyone.
Yeah, dude. Did you know that? I didn't.
Dude, what in the world?
Wow.
I can't believe you and I speculated that was what was going to happen last episode.
Yes.
Because it just made too much sense, and it made too much sense for him to reveal that. The way they did it, though, showing the fact that, Your Honor, would you agree then if we could have a witness there that was on the boat that could prove it? Yes, I can.
He's in the room with us.
Yeah, he's in the room with us. Oh my gosh!
I kind of
Daredevil is here. Yeah.
I thought that the reveal would be either Fisk's doing or circumstantially just the mask would come off or something. Like I thought just something would happen.
Not on his own.
Yeah, exactly. But this is perfect, dude. If you're gonna do
so
it, this is the way you do it.
Oh my goodness.
Dare I say, and this is recency bias of all recency biases. Top 5 scene in the show. In Daredevil.
Not recency bias at all.
Not
Top 3. Dude, I might give you a top 3.
When the guy is like a blind, when the task force guy, the schmuck, the main schmuck. Who's the main schmuck? I can't even remember his name.
I don't know his name.
When he's like a blind lawyer who can fight, and then the whole court's like doubting that he's Daredevil, and then he throws the baton at the wall and catches it.
Oh my gosh! Instantly, and you hear them all gasp in the back.
Oh, let's go, dude!
Brilliant.
Let's go, dude!
Brilliant. And you can see like Karen getting so overwhelmed because she knows that she just got set free, but also she knows that now he's up.
And it's so perfect because for the entire show, for all, 4 seasons that Fisk has been aware, or maybe 3, that Fisk has been aware that he's Daredevil. It's been a thing where Fisk has been holding his identity over his head, like weaponizing his identity, like if you screw me over, I will expose you and ruin your life. And for Matt to take things into his own hands and ruin Fisk's with his identity,
because it's like you said, the one thing he had, now he does that. Fisk is done. With the governor in the room, all of this is happening.
Man, dude,
we're taking you in for attempted murder on my life. Yeah, your assassin talked.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Oh, my goodness.
Your assassin survived, and he has a lot to say.
Oh, my gosh.
Man, dude.
So
Wow.
good. They brought every little piece into this so well. Even with the teases,
Yeah.
dude, they did so good at paying things off and also making you feel like you just needed to see everything that comes next.
Dude, I know.
I'm so in.
Even things like the BB report or whatever they've been calling it.
Yes.
Where and
That gave me chills.
I don't mean this disparagingly. The one part of the show where when it's come on, I've been kind of like, all right, you know what I mean. It felt like the commercial break within the show. Like it felt like in addition to your Disney.
Yep, let me
Plus
check my
commercial
phone
breaks-
real quick.
Right. Yes, exactly. That's perfect. Yeah, I and even this was perfect when she finally dropped her alter ego as like the Fisk impersonator, and she came in. It was pixelated, and she came into focus, and she was like, "We gotta fight back. It's time to fight back."
She shows Ben Urich. She shows Daniel. Oh my goodness.
Man, and then she occupies his office at the end. You see her move
Yes,
in.
yes.
You see that guy from the news station from the first original show. Give her his office, and she's like digging into his files, and she sees all the files that he used to write on Fisk when he suspected that Fisk was crooked.
Dude, it was just beautiful. And again, how amazing was it when we got the segment of Mercy with Bullseye? Dude, the way they talk about using, like you said, the religion aspect of it, and kind of showing Matt's true likeness. He shows Mercy with Bullseye, and now it's the guy that that has done every evil, twisted thing, and he says, I offer you grace.
Grace, yeah. I won't let you do that to me. And then, oh, dude.
He goes,
Let's
but
go,
I don't deserve it. He still offers
what
it.
it's all
That's,
about.
that's,
Oh,
that's
man,
what grace
dude.
is, man. Oh my goodness.
Woo!
There's not a single bad thing about this episode.
No.
Not one dare I say, an almost perfect episode.
A couple things that thematically were just very convenient for the characters.
Yes.
But not bad.
No, yes,
Not
but I
bad.
still loved it.
Like
I ate it up.
You pointed it out to me, the Daredevil helmets on the civilians.
Wait, speaking of that,
Yeah.
you and I both said this multiple times. How funny is it to see the whole city up in uproar? Everybody, like a whole divide, everything's going crazy. There's a potential looming war, and there's no other heroes available to help.
Yeah.
Out of the 50 New York City heroes, there's nobody.
We've got the siege of Helm's Deep going on in the middle of the city. And Spider-Man's just kicking back.
Spider-Man? No. Punisher? No.
Captain America's nowhere to be found. The Thunderbolts are sleeping.
No, nobody. Oh, you thought we were going to help. No.
Dude, oh my gosh. And it was just funny to me because, like, within 30 minutes, all of New York was on City Hall's doorstep wearing matching Daredevil helmets. And you turn to me, you're like, no, where did they go and get that?
They were just convinced to do it 2 seconds ago. They all have their...
No, I've been waiting to put on my Daredevil helmet. Dude, where do we even go? Fisk's hallway scene?
I couldn't even believe it.
Boo!
Boo! He just punches him. What a scene.
Dude.
What a scene.
Are you the biggest Buck truther of all time?
Yes, I might
You
be.
seized up when Buck got shot.
I was really upset.
You clutched your chest like you got shot.
I said, give him my chest. I'll take the bullet for him.
Your pain is my pain.
Dude, all in on Buck. I can't believe we got the Buck. We started off the episode hot with a little
Yes,
Buck, which
perfect.
was awesome.
Disney Plus,
Set the tone.
Bob Iger watches the show. Bob Iger watches the Pod You're Looking For.
Yes. Everything we
He's the
needed.
actress.
I don't think he's dead. I think they would have killed him in the episode if that was actually how they're going to do it.
Buck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would have seen that paid off.
probably right.
And thank goodness. We need Buck.
Yeah, hey. I mean, if there's somebody who's going to take over from Fisk.
As good as it was watching Wesley, like he was so good, it was
Buck is great.
Yeah.
Especially this season.
Dude, Buck rocks.
Wesley served his purpose.
He did.
But he was...
Buck's got a little bit of a something else. Wesley was such a cold, calculated killer. Buck
was-
has a little something in him, though.
Yeah, dude, yeah. Wesley was one-dimensional in the best sense. He was an assassin. And
Yes.
he was meant to be
was
that way.
cold-blooded
So
for Fisk.
it was fine. But you weren't going to tell a story with Wesley.
Yes.
You were just going to use him
was just gonna be cool.
to further the other story. Buck hesitated before he killed
Yes.
Daniel.
Yes, he's got something in there.
There's some layers here. That's
Right.
Buck's an onion.
Yes.
Episode 53.
Buck is an onion.
Buck is an onion.
Buck.
Wow.
Dude, I feel like I'm giddy. I feel like I'm grinning
Yeah, a
ear
little
to
bit.
ear right now.
I think considering how recently we just watched this episode, like seconds ago, I feel like we're organizing thoughts fairly well.
Yeah, I would say this is the quickest we've ever done any
Literally
episode.
Hit stop, turned around, and sat down and hit record. Yeah, dude.
That was it.
That hallway scene. Oh, I never knew I needed a Fisk hallway scene until now.
Dude. I think it was just the shock of how crazy that felt. Because he just said a second before he wasn't giving up the mayor spot.
No.
So he said, I'm not resigning.
Take the deal. No, I will not.
No, I'm not.
And then he
goes
down.
out, and you think he's going to address the people. Nope.
Open the door.
Boo! Punches him. He's breaking people's backs against the wall.
He shoved the guy up into the corner of the wall.
Oh my gosh!
Oh my gosh!
There's a woman pleading with him, and he backhands her.
Took the guy by the back of the head and ground pounded him, dude. Suplex, dude.
I can't even believe it.
Shoulder dropping soccer mom,
Can't
dude.
even believe it. The only time we've seen Fisk do something like violent at all has been in the shadows. I can't even believe it. He just outright, it's like he gave up. It was his breaking point. And I almost think it was a parallel to the fact of them talking about how Vanessa was the only thing keeping him from being unhinged. And now you finally see,
yeah, dude.
He can't control it, man.
I'll tell you what, dude.
What was his plan, though? Before he was like going with Matt and he was saying, all right, I take the deal. What was his plan? Like, what in the world?
Like, when he was rampaging?
Yeah, he's rampaging. Like, where did he think he was going to go?
I think that was part of Fisk's insanity that Vanessa held deep down, though. I think it was the and we know this. I mean, Daredevil has kind of been Marvel's statement to some, like, you know, historical political figures. This is like Marvel's Andor, where it's kind of like a political kind of essay. Mm-hmm. There's historically been political figures who believe that they could do anything and be completely exempt from public opinion.
Right.
And I believe that that's what that was. I think that's what Vanessa held and restrained as long as they were together, is I'm immune to my own actions. And no longer. No longer is he. I think he really thought he was just going to rampage people and use the threat of his influence to continue to control New York. I think that he thought he would just rule over fear.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's not ever going to happen.
No.
Dude. Holy moly, though.
I got goosebumps watching the whole city come around with the divide, them pressing up against the task force, dude. Oh, my goodness. They're all parading around at the main city hall. Oh, my gosh.
Cherry walks up the stairs and he's like, well, put the guns down. And I'm like,
Cherry.
What are we doing, brother?
Dude, I thought they were going to kill Cherry like 6 times this season. Every single time he survived.
I thought Cherry was going to be made an example of.
I thought so, too. I thought he was going to get shot, and then the guy was going to go, oh, my gosh, that just happened. Yeah.
Because Cherry is, for 2 seasons, has been the guy when it's like, when the guy finally gets what's coming to him and he's getting kicked on the ground, and then, like, they're like, all right, everybody give him space. And then Cherry's the guy that, like, comes in one more time and he's like, you know, and he, like, gives the one more comment. Like, he's been poking the bear for 2 seasons. Yes. I really thought the task force schmuck was going to get him.
I thought so too.
But alas.
I thought so too.
But instead, the task force schmuck got his.
Yes!
He got the elbow drop to the head.
Not enough.
No, it wasn't.
I needed a gunshot through the head.
Yeah, I needed a little bit of something.
I needed Bullseye to just
some spice
wipe
and a cherry
out.
on top. I needed something, dude.
Dude, every single scene with Bullseye is just gold. So is he joining the Thunderbolts now?
Dude, I think that's what
you
that
think
is.
Bullseye. You think Bullseye with Matthew Lillard's character is for sure them going into the Thunderbolts?
Yeah, I think we called that.
Okay.
I think we called that.
Dude, that's so cool. How did they even get connected?
Because how would a vigilante be given government jurisdiction to fly?
Yeah.
If not for the government's intention to use him for their gain. Thunderbolts.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting.
That's what the Thunderbolts
It's interesting.
Are. It's a government what do they call that? Government
what?
Not ordained. What's the word I'm thinking of? Government government-led Avengers team.
Okay.
That's what the Thunderbolts are, basically.
Yeah.
The new Avengers.
Yeah.
I think that's what Bullseye
Right,
is.
where they're almost like a gray kind of thing.
Yes, exactly.
They kind of work in whatever kind of way.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. What do you think of... Dude, it's kind of hilarious that Mike Coulter or Luke Cage officially actually did spoil the ending. Like, it's confirmed that.
Yeah, that's so funny.
The direct shot, like the exact same position, basically, of where they took that photo is exactly like how the season wraps up. That's so funny.
Yeah. Here's me and Jessica Jones breaking Matt out of prison in Daredevil Season 3.
He should post another one for Spider-Man Brand New Day. We just broke Daredevil out of prison, and he's going to be in the movie. What?
That's really what was happening, dude. It's so funny. You got to love a guy who's just excited to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Of course. Right? I would too.
I wouldn't be posting them, but
I would
I'd be taking the pictures.
Yeah. To comment on Matthew I can't speak tonight.
I'm sweating,
It's every time. Lillard's character. Dude,
I'm getting hot flashes.
That's my one gripe, I think, with the season. I mean, there's a couple other things, but like my one recent gripe is I feel like they didn't do enough to explain what his role is. And I'm not saying you can't be vague with things, but I feel like they made his role kind of all over the place. You show him apparently doing something with Jessica Jones where his goons pull up at her house and she says, "Hey, don't do that anymore."
Yeah, like weapons
all of a sudden,
free.
you've got him working with Fisk And then they kind of just go radio silent the rest of the season. And then you've got him seemingly potentially with Valentina, working with Bullseye. And it's like all intriguing things, but they don't flesh any of it out. And I just wish they kind of gave a little more life to it. That's one of the things I wish in some ways this season could have used 2 more episodes. Don't you feel like this could have been like a 10-episode season?
100%. Yes. Yes, absolutely. That's the risk you run with kind of like introducing characters confidently. Because you either are doing so because you have a plan for them, or you're just kind of trying to fast track them into the show.
Right.
And that's fine because it worked. Like immediately people just accepted his character, but the problem is we accepted him with the assumption that we would understand who he was later on. And like you said, that was never the case. And so it kind of falls flat. Now, maybe the only part of the show that falls flat this season.
Yep.
And if something's gonna, that's okay, because whatever.
Just a beautiful season. And they were so right. Every episode just gets better.
We're back, dude.
I would say outside of like episode 6, maybe 7. I don't remember which one was which, but it like literally was just an uphill climb. Every single episode was better than the last one.
And people have been saying for a couple weeks now, oh, this is just going to build a Spider-Man Brand New Day. Like this show is only serving a purpose to set up for Punisher maybe, and then Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I am so happy that it's set up for neither. And again, anything could happen in Spider-Man Brand New Day.
But it keeps intrigue.
But I think regardless of who cameos in that movie, I think regardless, you have a story in Daredevil that was told from start to finish that was exclusive to Daredevil, and that paid him the attention he deserved.
Yep.
It didn't just use Daredevil as a piece in a larger puzzle, which I appreciate so much, because it's so hard for the MCU to do that now and get away with it.
Right.
Even when they want to tell these intimate stories, people are still like, hey, great story, but why isn't Spider-Man here? And to be fair, I looked at you when the city was rioting, and I was like, where's Spider-Man? But also, like, I'm so glad Daredevil got his time to shine, and it wasn't like, come see Daredevil Born Again Season 2 so that you can understand what's happening in Brand New Day.
Yes.
Like, I'm glad it was just its own thing.
It is a little funny that you get in the trailer of Brand New Day the key to the city thing. So we already knew that was official, kind of, but you weren't, like, fully sure. But, basically, Kingpin's out as mayor. We know that.
Yep.
And then second, we hear that Spider-Man's been this whole time in between. He's been doing his Spider-Man stuff. He's getting the key to the city because he's that main guy that's taking it on. Which is kind of hilarious then how that fits in, but you're still going to bring Matt Murdock to jail.
Right.
And you're also not going to have Spider-Man appear in the show with the city the way it is. Yeah. I mean, seriously, Spider-Man sits and listens to the, what do they call it? The police call.
Yeah, the radio chatter from the police.
Right, all the time. I mean, maybe not Tom Holland's, but, like, he should be. And he wouldn't notice that. Right. He wouldn't notice the whole city in uproar.
Help us. They're storming City Hall.
Yeah, the mayor's getting actively shot at. You know what? There's a whole citywide division and all this. Yeah,
I think I'd be more willing to buy the lack of Spider-Man involvement if Fisk didn't reference him in the first season.
Yeah.
Like, if he didn't say something about, like, the vigilante's dressed up as a spider. Like, that implies that not only is he aware of Spider-Man, but that he's been inconvenienced by him at some point recently. And so you have, like, an expectation, like, all right, when's he going to show up?
Yep.
Even if it is kind of like a brief thing. I don't know. I know at the moment Fisk can't appear legally in Marvel movies. I know that there's, like, a Sony issue with that. Something to do with that. But I don't know what the deal is the other way around. I don't know why Spider-Man couldn't, fit in that. I think there's something about how Spider-Man Sony properties can't appear in Disney Plus shows or something, and it's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I am so confused and intrigued on how they do a Daredevil Season 3. Because, again, with the time jump of this being after Doomsday, presumably, unless they go back, but also how do they even have Fisk? Because we've seen set photos of Fisk there. So how is Fisk still in this season? How are they going to do all of this? I have no idea how a Daredevil Born Again Season 3 is going to work.
Well, it's like, do you I don't know where this sits in the timeline, and maybe this is my bad, but I feel like that is a common trend. You talk to a lot of Marvel fans, even diehard ones, and they're kind of like, I'm locked in. I'm not really sure where we're at right now. Like it used to be up until Endgame, very easy because you were kind of telling like a linear story. Where, with the exception of like your Captain Americas or your Captain Marvels, you didn't jump back. This now it's kind of like I couldn't honestly give you an order post Endgame what all this stuff takes place in, aside from Far From Home and No Way Home take place immediately after.
They kind of reset it a little bit with Captain America: Brave New World, I thought. Because then you got actual details of then how long after that, like Thunderbolts occurred, and then Fantastic Four occurred after that. So that kind of felt like the new era to me.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's a good point because we don't know street level.
Right. Yeah. But like if I were to ask you, like, when does Daredevil?
You know what's actually interesting? How long was the gap in between No Way Home and Brand New Day? What are they saying? Because I swear there was something about it being 9 months, but that doesn't make any sense.
I thought I saw
it was at 4
I thought I
years.
saw like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's been pretty close to the actual gap between.
Because they
movies.
finished college, right?
Right. He's yes, I believe he's done. I believe, which
Okay.
I was stunned by because I thought we were just going to get him in college for 3 movies now,
Right.
but we're just getting right
No.
out of it, which is great because I don't want him to be 45 pretending he's a senior in college.
No.
This is great.
No,
But
this
anyway-
ain't no Stranger Things.
but all that to say, I don't know how season 3 works, like you said.
Uh-huh.
Does it take place in like the New York City borough of Battle World? Does it take which would be very?
That wouldn't work
I would
at all.
advise strongly against that.
Yeah.
Would you do a flashback and risk losing some emotional weight to season 3 because it all happens before the Doomsday, which comes out months before?
Yep.
I don't know.
I have no
I
idea.
don't know. But maybe that's the good
Do
thing.
we know when it's coming out?
I think it's the same time next year.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Are you sure?
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 I think so. I think it's next year.
This
next
is
March.
insane.
Seesaw. I need you, Seesaw.
Those are like my regular stims, man. I use those all the time, and nobody ever like. I feel like I don't have enough Invincible fans in my life because people will just.
I have like a Jim Halpert like off-camera thing that I just look at whenever somebody at my work or something is like, "Are you sure?"
Oh, I'm sure. Had a pretty interesting day.
Oh, whenever somebody at my work says protein tubes, I look right into the camera
Protein. Especially when they with the white sauce.
with the whites. But dude,
Protein tubes.
I don't know. I don't know where we go from here, but
I don't
maybe
know.
that's not a bad thing.
No, I think that's
all we know is the Defenders are involved, but I just find it so funny that like the biggest threat that Daredevil's ever faced, blown over. Now the Defenders are like, how can we help?
yeah. Well, I have a pitched idea for season 3.
Oh, perfect.
I think we get for season 3 Kingpin completely gone from the equation.
Sure.
I want just the Hand, and I want them to revive Elektra again, and we get the Hand and Elektra, and that's it. How good would that be?
And then we never see Muse again.
Never see Matthew Lillard again. None of them.
Well, I think that's almost a guarantee. I think he'll come and go, and we'll forget that he was ever a thing.
I wouldn't be shocked to see them announce like a sequel Thunderbolts movie soon.
Oh yeah, can I
I'm
ask,
all about that.
In this season, could Bullseye have just could he not have just gotten a call like at the end of the show from Val,
He could have.
like and thus render Lillard's character useless? I'm not saying I didn't like his character, but because his character didn't really make sense within the larger narrative yet,
I can't imagine their personalities together.
Val.
Yeah, I feel like they would be. They're so similar that I can't imagine them getting along. You know?
Yeah, but I'm sure that we were probably. I remember also asking myself how Ghost was going to mesh with like Red Guardian.
Did she though? She kind of was just there.
It worked.
It worked,
just
I
worked.
guess. Yeah, fair.
It just worked. All they had
Fair.
to do was stand silently next to one another, and I was like, all right. But dude, wow.
Do you have anything else you want to cover, or do you want to leave it there? Again, this is initial reactions.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk way more about it this
Yes.
upcoming episode. But yeah, I feel pretty good. I just feel so like even just that whole sequence from the court, the first 30 minutes from the court to the moment Fisk decides to take the deal with Matt was like it was the best 30-minute stretch in the show, I think. And I'm talking all 5 seasons. And I might stand on that. Maybe you could pick out a 3-minute scene in the show, moment to moment, that would be better. This was like the most phenomenal 30-minute stretch. And, you know, I think it tops season 3, the end of season 3. Call me crazy. I really thought it did. I thought it was phenomenal. And I honestly think even with like you think about even like the shock value of like Punisher with his, you know, I loved it. You know, I'm itching to do it again. Like even like that scenes like that. I'm talking like scenes like Fisk crushing the police guy's head in the last season. Like shock value. Even this takes the cake. I think it just had everything. Mm-hmm. It was the perfect embodiment of Matt. It was everything I wanted to see from Fisk.
I totally agree with you.
Their dynamic together was fantastic.
People are going to say the end of season 3 is the best, and they're right if you're taking in everything building up to that moment. However, I think when you just take the character of Daredevil and you just kind of see what the situation is, like this is the best moment. I totally agree with you. I mean, that is that pocket. You get everything. You get the crazy action. You get like 3 things in a row where you're like, oh my gosh. And then just to supplement it, the ending, there's like 4 other seeds they plant forward. You're like, what the heck, man? It's just so good.
I'm so curious to see where they go with Fisk, though, because him living implies that there's more to his story, and I just don't know where he goes.
Especially if we know he's going to be in season 3.
Does he become a hero or like an anti-hero?
No.
Does he have? I just don't know what else he has to offer.
Do you think he goes and yeah? I mean, I'm kind of glad they ended it the way they did because I hope this is the end with Daredevil. I hope they keep him alive so that we can get him with like a Spider-Man interaction or something else. I don't know how that would work. I want to see him still. I just don't want to see the same Daredevil thing again. I don't think. We've done it so many times.
I think we've established that it'll never be the same.
Mm-hmm. So at that point, you're just kind of running it through the mud, I feel like.
Yeah, I honestly think this next season should be like Defenders season 2 or 3
because
or whatever.
Because the way this ends is not with Matt killing him. Right. That's not how it can end.
Right. Which he never will. If he didn't now, he will never.
Which is why season 3 was so good, and now that's why this season finishes so good. But can you really do it another time?
No.
Where it's like the whole, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you.
No, you
can't. It gets a little too tiresome.
They won't. I mean, it's done. There's no reason for it.
I have one last follow-up.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed with their use of Jessica Jones this season. They advertised it. They hyped it up a lot.
Yep.
And, like, was she entertaining? Yes. Did I like seeing her? Absolutely. But, like,
she was only good for one
barely helped just a little bit in the finale. The only other times was just to say, oh, here's Jessica Jones. Here's Jessica Jones.
Come on,
but they, like, advertised her like, oh, here's coming Matt Murdock, and she's back. She's back. You know what I mean?
Yes, I
do. I just felt a little underwhelmed.
I agree. It was a Force Awakens Finn situation.
Mm-hmm.
You had her on all the posters, and then she was just kind of there as like a background.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, it was fine, but I wanted more.
Yeah.
I wanted more.
And I think we'll get it.
We'll see.
If those Luke Cage set photos prove to be anything valuable, I think we'll be getting a lot of Jessica Jones. And Iron Fist and Luke Cage and the whole shebang.
Yep, a lot to look forward to.
Daredevil Born Again, we'll be talking about that with Cam.
Yes. Let's move into Maul. Should I say that again? Maul. Maul Shadow Lord season finale just dropped. The last 2 episodes, 9 and 10. Talk about peak. We're a day removed from this, but I still can't get over how crazy that was.
I'm going to put up that GIF. I'm going to download it, and I'm going to overlay it in the podcast episode of the guy just, like, going like that.
Is that the Vince Carter one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's so good.
I don't even know where to start, dude.
That's when you know these episodes are that good, when there's that much. Do we start with the most glaring thing?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
He's back.
Holy cow. What a reveal. Back. Dude, the reveal? Something's out here. You just see her get yanked.
Did you hear about that?
What?
Did you hear about what the actress said?
No.
The actress who played, what's her name? The actress who played Rook in the show, she was asked, I think at the premiere for the final 2 episodes last night, she was asked, how do you feel about your end? How do you feel about your death? And she told a story on the red carpet about how, when I signed on and I was doing this, Filoni actually asked me, like, if you could have your dream death, what would it be as a character? And she said, I want to meet Darth Vader, and I want to have him use the Force to rip my lungs out through my mouth. And so if you listen to the show, if you listen to the moment she gets dragged through, you hear her scream, and then you hear a crack and a smush. And they said
that's what that was.
They literally made like an audio cue to indicate her lungs being ripped out of her mouth, dude.
Dude, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Crazy.
That is crazy. But I did hear that. Like
Filoni
I heard it.
Is the man. I'm back on the train.
You did. I did hear the sputtering. Yeah. What a season.
Go back and watch that, dude.
What a season.
New eyes.
The Darth Vader reveal, the way they handle Darth Vader in animation is so good, man. I can't get over. I feel like the one thing sometimes that we lack with Star Wars is actually getting to see how dominant Darth Vader was.
Yeah.
Right? This is his prime.
Yeah.
And just being able to see him absolutely just tear these people up. I loved so much this whole episode. He comes in. He doesn't even look like he's trying. And he's 3v1ing them. And he's doing all this, right? And then you see that one time where Docky slices him slightly, which he just kind of no-sells, like he completely does nothing. You see all of a sudden...
He looks at it like it's annoyed him. It's not even hurt him.
It annoys him, and then all of a sudden he starts throwing haymakers. That's when he starts slamming them down, and that's when he kills Docky.
Yeah, dude.
It's so good. Like, you can see it. It's like he's bored by the situation.
Doesn't say a word.
They make him look so good. Rightfully so.
Rightfully so. I see people complaining about the power scaling in this show.
I so disagree.
I want to say 2 things. I want to say, 1, Maul went into the fight with a bum leg. 2, during the fight, he got slashed in the same leg. So his leg and his hip were bum.
Yep.
And you're telling me that the power scaling's off. Buddy, he was on a leg.
Also.
A fake leg. He was on one fake leg.
Also, can I say I love Darth Maul so much? People have a little bit of revisionist history with Darth Maul.
Yeah, a little bit, dude.
He lost to Padawan Obi-Wan.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he lost there. He lost to Ahsoka. Mm-hmm. Ahsoka, then, later on, we already see...
Pre-Prime, mind you.
Yes, would get handled by Darth Vader. We see that.
Yeah, dude.
So, Darth Vader, I mean, comparatively, like, the scale is, as much as we talk about one seed versus one seed, it's like, the one seed, though, is like the 2016 Golden State Warriors.
And Vader was holding back with Ahsoka because he really didn't want to kill her.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And he still bodied her.
Which he
had
would
her on the ground, dude.
Yeah. Talk about somebody he wouldn't feel remorse about killing as Maul.
Yeah, dude. Maul.
Yeah.
And Maul held his own for 25 minutes.
It was so cool. I can't believe they gave it. I thought in my mind, I was like, I don't think they're going to give it to us this early. I think they're going to show him. They're not going to give it to him.
Yeah.
They gave it to us.
Yeah, no, and this is okay.
They didn't tease it.
It's perfect.
I'm so with
It's perfect.
Set
You
the
can
tone.
totally do it again.
Set the tone.
You could do a rematch.
Or you could have him do it with the Emperor. With Palpatine.
Would you?
I don't know if I
Or
would,
that
but
take it away?
I'm saying you could.
You could, absolutely. I feel like and I see people saying that. I feel like I would hesitate to have him face the Emperor again, because how many times can Maul get his rear end handed to him by the Emperor?
Fair. But also, couldn't you say the same thing about Vader? Because he's not going to win that fight, obviously, and he's not going to die. So
no, but it would make but I think
that's where you have the Padawan.
There's so much more with Vader now.
That's where you have Darth Talon die.
I know, dude. Yes, and you do. And one of my favorite things you've ever said on the pod. But my favorite dialogue in the show is when Maul is dueling Vader, and he locks lightsabers with him, and he says, "You're no Inquisitor," and then he leans forward and he goes, "Who are you?" And then it's like, oh, and he's like starting to figure it out, and he doesn't know he's Anakin, but you can tell that he's figured out that it's Palpatine's Padawan.
Yes,
Palpatine's apprentice. And he can easily connect the dots, dude.
Yes, because then there's the scene where he finally gets away, and he goes, "No, it can't be. It can't be." Oh my gosh. Dude, and because it didn't hit me that he wouldn't have realized.
No, I know.
Like, I just assumed he would have known.
I know, but he's going to be able to trace that back. He's going to be like, this is the same feeling that I had on Mandalore when I felt like we had to get to Anakin.
Yes.
It's there. And it's going to happen. So now he has it out for Anakin, because he's like, buddy, you're the guy that screwed this whole thing.
I love it so much. I love character redemptions, too, right?
Yeah.
I love that they lean into the show, showing another example of how he has an easy path to being, like, the good guy, and he still doesn't take it.
Yeah.
You know? Like, he does the little things, but always it's in his benefit, and I love that they keep him in that same character. Mm-hmm. I mean, they have to, right? But, like, how good was it seeing him? Did he force push Daki back into him?
And then Vader's swing.
Yes, right.
Yep.
So good.
Did you see The Penguin show?
No, not yet.
Do you plan on it?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I don't want to spoil something.
I would rather not.
Okay, they do the same thing.
Okay.
I won't say what.
Okay.
But they do the exact same thing where they kind of get you root for them.
Yeah.
And then like every time they get you, it goes in waves. It happens multiple times, but especially towards the end, every time you're like, man, I kind of feel for Penguin.
Yeah.
He does something, and you're like,
Okay.
oh, screw this guy.
Yeah, right.
It's perfect.
Yes.
I love when they do that, dude.
Yes.
I love when they do that.
Then you don't know what to do with them.
Because you know that for years the criticism with Filoni has been, oh, you're too cute with the characters that you care about, and we know that he cares about Maul. So there's a part of you that's like, man, I'm not supposed to feel bad for Maul, and then you even get in the last episode drop that we got a week ago where he's like seeing the visions of Kenobi and Savage, and he's like, I'm never going to let this happen to anyone else. And you're like, oh, wait, you're trying to make me sympathize with Maul and be like, oh, the whole reason he's been evil and had it out for Palpatine's because he's just trying to like protect other people from Palpatine? No, dude, he's supposed to be evil.
Yes.
He's evil, dude.
Yeah,
he's a bad dude.
He is.
He's a bad dude, and he finally saw his opportunity to take what was his, and he took it.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect, dude.
Oh my
Props
gosh.
to Filoni for not being cute.
Dude, I'm so annoyed at certain people. Screw the people that are mad about this, about seeing Darth Vader. We have barely ever seen him in animation format. How freaking cool is this? This is the time that it makes the most sense to actually get to see him. Mm-hmm. And this is the most scary. You don't want to bring him down ever, but if you just have him aura farm the whole time, give it to me.
Can I actually say something to all the people who actually are hating on the decision to have Vader in?
Yeah.
I would not only go so far as to say this was the perfect decision for the show, having seen it in hindsight. I would go so far as to say, Rogue One hallway scene aside, this is the best embodiment of Vader that we've ever gotten in video or in movie or TV format.
I don't necessarily disagree. Because the one thing I'll say is the original trilogy, I almost think this is maybe going to get me flamed. Mm-hmm. I almost think there's more they could have done to make Darth Vader look cool.
100%, dude. He's just a guy in a suit.
Yeah, there's not
we
many.
Love him.
There's not many scenes of him
him.
actually doing anything.
Yes, that's it. I'm not downplaying Vader, but he plays out like
he has
a guy
the silent.
in a suit.
But I love how they use it, where like he didn't even bother to say a word.
Yeah, dude.
He didn't say a word. He's just breathing and just dominating everybody. Oh my goodness.
He didn't even start to breathe rapidly until he was close to killing Daki, and you didn't get the impression that it was because he was tired. You got the impression that it was because he was like, job's almost finished.
Yeah.
He was like, I can get back on the ship and go home.
Yeah.
Perfect,
dude. Oh my gosh. Wait. There's just the hits keep coming.
Yeah.
Everything with Devin was incredible. Dude, even from the moment of her finally needing that push with Daki dying to feeling the rage, and then you hear her voice switch. Oh, no!
Yeah, dude.
And it sounds just like Maul.
I was kind of hoping her eyes would turn, but it's okay.
No, it's fine.
It'll happen.
It's fine. It'll happen. I think that would have been too abrupt. I think it was just that little twitch of something where you see, okay, she has tapped into the emotion. And then she ends it, the closing shot of her, I'm ready.
Dude. Oh, and you just see the satisfaction in Maul's eyes.
They played that so perfectly.
The moment when the crow has her down and out, and Maul throws her his lightsaber, and she
with the red.
Yeah,
and that was like the moment that she.
It and it's red. Oh man.
It's like the moment that, and dude, all of the stuff with her with Daki talking, and he's like, you could only have seen that if you guys had an actual connection. And she looks away almost like she was cheating. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have a theory.
Okay.
I have a theory that Maul and Devin are the second instance of a dyad in the Force that we've seen in Star Wars.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, please
elaborate. We saw it once with Rey and Kylo.
Yep.
They kind of came to each other in visions when they were awake and conscious, but we also kind of saw that they were it was when they were resting.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of got this vibe when Devin was resting and Maul spoke to her in her dreams that it was kind of like a dyad in the Force type thing.
Interesting.
Because we've played on connections before in the Force and coming to people in dreams, but it was like
the Anakin and Ahsoka feeling them there.
Yes, it was Anakin foreseeing Padme's death, foreseeing Shmi's death.
Yep.
These are people that he's very connected to. That you could argue maybe not a dyad in the Force, but the Force connection
working
was there.
In that way. Yes,
exactly.
But this is direct communication.
This was direct, like Maul communicating a message. The only other time we've seen that is with Rey and Kylo.
She knew it.
She knew that it wasn't a dream. She knew that he was saying something to her, and she knew where to find him.
Yes.
And I think that this was a dyad in the Force.
Yeah. She wasn't confused at all. No.
I think they're a dyad.
Dude, I really have chills. Like I really have chills. It blew me away how good this episode was.
So satisfied with it, dude. Props to everybody. I want
the slow play. Sorry, yeah. Finish.
No, dude,
give
no,
your thanks.
Please, no,
give
please.
your thanks.
I was gonna say props to Filoni. Props to the animators. Props to the animators, dude. Props
Sam
to
Witwer.
The score. Sam Witwer.
Oh, the
whole
score.
Cast.
Oh my gosh!
The score was the most cinematic. Siege of Mandalore aside, the most cinematic that an animated Star Wars show has felt ever. I think.
Mm-hmm. Dude, little things like the fight scenes, the way they did it. That one shot of them all synchronously
when they all lock at the same time. And I don't even care that they totally did that just for like a poster.
Oh, I know. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Give it to me.
It's so cool, dude.
Because you'll get a pop out of every Star Wars fan.
100%.
It's so good.
100%.
I've watched that clip over. I saved a little 2-second blurb, and I've just watched it over a bunch of times. But I love so much the slow playing they did of the season. Like, they kept you wanting more for sure. But when they finally paid off on all these decisions, I was kind of thinking, are we finally going to get there? Are they going to be able to wrap this up all that quickly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I want to ask so many questions and your thoughts on things, but we can talk about it. We can always talk about it when Cam's on.
Yeah, we will.
I want to talk about the decision to kill Lawson or allude to his death. Allude to it. There's a very high chance that he could have just been stunned and has been taken in by the Empire. And I say that only because there's nobody who knows more about Maul's intentions, whereabouts, where he's headed than Lawson.
True.
You know what I mean?
True.
Which is where we could then get maybe like a young Tarkin again, and we could get some stuff going on.
I loved the parallel they did between that and the heavy scene. You remember the heavy scene in season 1 of Clone Wars?
Yes, dude.
They do the same thing
with the minigun.
He picks up the minigun and you feel the heaviness, and that
was great.
So good.
It was awesome, dude.
So good.
Man, we'll save so much more, but we just wanted to
get it out.
Yeah, dude. Oh, hey.
It's out.
Hey. You got any more thoughts? Anything else, or do you want to save the rest of it for Friday's recording?
I think we might have to. I'm just so pleased.
I'll
say this last. When they first announced this project, I was very skeptical, and I was feeling like it was just going to be another one of the things.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was going to be kind of boring, maybe. I can't believe how much they surpassed my expectation. There's nothing sweeter than when you go into something think it's going to be mid and then coming out and it's peak.
It's amazing.
And I can 100% stand here and say it was peak.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually peak.
Yep.
Not just good, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot to be thankful for.
Yes.
Invincible, amazing.
Yes.
Maul, amazing. Daredevil, amazing. congrats.
Yeah.
We made it. Can I actually give props to us? Because I don't want to do this when we have a guest on and seem like we're like firing ourselves up in front of people. But like, I want to give us props. You and I just like we're relatively fresh on the scene. We haven't even come over a year of doing the podcast. We just juggled 3 shows in real time and managed to like totally pull it off.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like proud of us, dude.
Yeah, good for us.
Like I don't usually do
I feel
this.
like we should clink to that or
I
something.
don't usually do this.
We should burn it together.
Yeah, I don't want to. You know what we should do?
Yeah, clink the Funkos. Have people seen the Funkos?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, hey.
These are the Funkos. This is
Available-
your lovely
available
girlfriend
at
got
no
it for
store
us.
near you. But I feel. Oh well. I feel. Yeah, I don't usually like try and sound, and I hope this isn't somebody's first exposure to us because it's going to make it sound like we're like high on our horse here. But like,
No,
I'm
that's
really.
very
This
cool.
is the first time I've ever really like openly like hyped us up as a unit. We just totally juggled 3
Yeah, that was awesome.
huge shows, and I feel like we just pulled it off. You had some amazing takes over the last.
You
couple
had
months.
some amazing takes. Look at us, man.
Hey.
Look at us.
Hey.
I will say I'm getting FOMO.
Yeah, a little bit. Disney,
We're
next time you have something, I mean, we'll take the call. We'll take.
We
it.
would, yeah.
We'll read the DM. Not only that, we'll respond to it too.
We've been so lucky to get to know people and have a bunch of friends in these space, like people that I would actually kind of consider at least friends in the space, right?
100%.
And they're all at these things, man. And I can't believe I just watch and I'm like, man.
Yeah,
Man.
I want to make a very clear distinction. We're in New York, and all these other people are in LA, but we will fly.
We will.
I will happily.
We can fly.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll grow wings out my rear end and fly myself to LA. I will do whatever. We will glaze. We will do whatever we got to do.
You heard it, Disney.
Hey, Dave,
You're
if
shot.
You're watching. I know Bob Iger. He's retired.
Friend of the pod.
He's on the same beach as Kingpin. He's not going anywhere. But that's that, dude.
Tune in Friday. We'll have for our next episode Monday.
Yeah.
I think.
Yep.
We'll have a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Start prepping Friday. Lock in Monday.
Exactly.
Go for it.
Exactly. As always, who has it better than us?
Nobody.